Hello, my loves. I'm Anita Manager, and welcome back to a very special episode of Sip and Simmer, dedicated to Troop 429, our home LGBTQ bar in Norwalk, Connecticut. Fun fact, the name of the bar is actually partially inspired by the owner's favorite movie, the 1989 comedy classic Troop Beverly Hills, starring Shelley Long. And the numbers 429 refers to G-A-Y. Write down your number keypad. Bet you didn't know that. While we all may have our concerns and worries in life, during the next 30 minutes, we're here to have a drink, a snack, and a good time. Speaking of a good time, we will be raffling off a lovely basket filled with 2 Moscow Mule mugs with the Smirnoff brand. We have a limited edition Troop 429 t-shirt. We have a lovely t-shirt with the beautiful Sienna rose on it. And last but not least, the basket will include a t-shirt with myself. That's nice. Okay, so all you have to do to win said basket is to like, love, laugh, or any other react emoji, and share this video to your wall. The winner will be announced on April 26th. Today we are making our favorite Girl Scout cookies, Samoas. If you would like to contribute to the production of Sip and Simmer, my Venmo is Anita_manager, and all the proceeds go to making drinks and snacks that we make here together. This episode, we will also be having the beautiful Sienna Rose joining us. She is also a troop leader like myself at Troop 429. And now, before we go on, I need a minute. I want to take this time during this special episode to talk about why Troop 429 is special to me. Aside from the fact that Troop 429 has 30 different flavors of Smirnoff, that's right, Smirnoff, they have the most flavors in the world of any bar. And vodka, as you know, is very near and dear to my heart. Smirnoff is also the #1 selling vodka and award-winning vodka in the world. But seriously, I started my drag career there. It is very special to me. Troop 429 is an LGBTQ+ bar and performance space where all people are welcome. They are open every day of the week for those 21 and over, and you can find a ton of things there. You can find drag shows, karaoke shows, DJ dance parties, darts, other games. They even have a Wizard of Oz pinball machine that you can catch me playing a lot. Troop welcomes all queer people and our allies. You can find me there most nights working the crowd, working the stage, or just hanging out with the normal people, having a drink or playing a game. The atmosphere is really homey and comfortable, and everybody that works there is absolutely H-O-T. They serve a great drink, and you must watch them pour it also, because they're gorgeous. Troop 429 actually created a limited edition cocktail trading card featuring all 7 of their bartenders, and each one includes a recipe of one of their favorite drinks that they serve there. You can follow them on Facebook or Instagram, or go onto their website to see the trading cards. And while you're there, make sure you give it a like and a follow, because you can find me there on most days also. As you all know, I'm the queen with a cause, which is why Smirnoff has such a warm place in my heart. Where is that? Smirnoff has a pride bottle that they do every year, and every bottle that they sell, they donate money to the Human Rights Campaign to fight for equal rights. They're an amazing company, and that's why I love to support them. Now, before we invite Sienna Rose on, we are going to be making Troop 429's signature cocktail, the Moscow Mule, hence the cups. Okay, to start your cocktail, what you'll need is fresh limes. Now, you know I love me a bottled lime, but this you really want to use a fresh lime for, because it has so much more flavor. So what you're going to do is you are going to cut your lime in half, and this is about as much juice as you're going to need for each individual drink. You are going to need Smirnoff Vodka, and last but not least, Goslings Ginger Beer. Of course, you can use any ginger beer, but if you want it done right, you're going to want to use Goslings. So what we're going to do is we're going to pour in about 2 ounces of vodka. Looks about right. Perfect. And And then I'm going to give a squeeze of a lime in there. Worked out better than I thought it was going to. Okay, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our ginger beer and we're gonna top off the glasses. And that is the signature Moscow Mule. Now, let's welcome on Sienna Rose and enjoy one of these together.
Hi, howdy, hello, hey troopers, it's your girl Sienna Rose and I am back.
All right, thank you again for joining me on another episode of Sip and Simmer. It's always nice to have you. Okay, I have a feeling that we have some new viewers, so where can they find you on social media?
Well, you can find me on all social media at Sienna Rose Official, including my Venmo. Ding.
All right, fun fact before we sip. Did you know that the original Moscow Mule is served on tap at our home bar 2429?
Ooh, I did know that. Yes, but did you know that the Moscow Mule, right here, was actually created in 1941 at the Chatham Bar in New York City by 3 gentlemen, one of including Pierre Smirnoff of the famous vodka brand Smirnoff.
Ding! Would you believe me if I said yes?
Yes, I would actually.
We're well educated at Troop 429.
We are. Cheers. Ah, tastes like we never left.
It makes me miss Troop
I
so
know.
much.
This is actually really delicious.
Right? It tastes exactly like
right?
fire. Okay. One more.
So good.
All right. And now, in true Troop fashion, it's cookie time, troopers.
Let's do it.
Okay. So, what you're going to need is, for our Samoas, you are going to need a cup of butter.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my spatula, and I'm going to get that into my stand mixer.
Your what?
My spatula.
Okay, I want to make sure you weren't throwing, new kitchen gadgets at me that I don't know.
Okay.
But I do know that one.
Tonight, we are not making bread, so I don't have my Captain Dough hook.
Darn it.
I have my paddle attachment.
Okay.
And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get that guy in there. I'm going to scrape this room temperature butter into the mixer.
And it's important that it's room temperature, right?
Right. For any cookies, you want them to be room temperature, so that way the flavors all meld together. But like any other cookie, after the batter is put together, you're going to put it in the refrigerator.
Oh, okay.
All right?
Makes sense to me.
So you want that butter to re-harden while it's mixed up to hold everything together.
Oh, got it.
All right. So I have half a cup of sugar, and I'm going to stop there. I'm going to turn on the mixer, and I'm going to cream the butter and the sugar together.
Okay, you're going to turn it on to like medium setting?
Just one.
Just
I just want to mix it up.
Okay.
And then once the sugar is all wet with the butter, I'm going to crank it up all the way.
Got it.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody in between, is how you cream some butter.
Ooh.
Okay. So, from there, I'm going to be adding 2 cups of all-purpose flour.
Okay.
I'm going to be adding a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder and salt. I put them in the same ramekin because I kept on misplacing it.
Right.
Okay, so what I'm going to do there is I'm going to turn that on, and I'm going to let the butter fully incorporate all the flour and the dry ingredients. And we're going to wait. We're going to wait. Okay, so now that the dough is starting to look like wet sand, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of milk with half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then I'm going to turn that up again.
That already smells delicious.
I think you're smelling the topping over there, because that...
I mean, everything in the kitchen always smells good, but between this, the Moscow Mule, plus that vanilla and all that goodness, ooh.
Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my cookie dough. I don't know why that was so hard for me.
It's cookie dough.
Alright, I'm going to make sure that it's all incorporated. It's still not going to be a very wet dough because this is a super dry cookie and a pretty flavorless cookie. The whole point of this cookie is that you taste everything that's on top of it.
Right.
Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use my hand and I'm just going to form a ball. So what's the number one thing that you miss about Troop being open right now?
Honestly, I miss all the troopers. I know that sounds super cheesy, but it's true. I miss all of you. I miss performing for all of you. I miss our interactions, our conversations, the love, the laughs, the likes. I miss it all.
That is absolutely, I couldn't agree more. It's so hard for me to not be around a ton of people. Like,
Right.
I'm so thankful that we have a big house where we all live together, but I miss being at Troop surrounded by people.
Right.
Okay, so I'm gonna take that dough.
Okay.
Got it the first time. All right, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this in the refrigerator and it is going to chill for 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
You can leave it for up to 2 days. If you leave it for longer than 12 hours, make sure you take it out of the refrigerator 30 minutes before you roll it out.
Got it.
Cute?
Got it.
All right. Okay. So I'm gonna switch out the dough. And I've got my refrigerated cookie dough right here.
Right.
All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna smash it up a little bit because I did make it a little bit earlier, just to warm up that butter so it's easier to roll out. Okay, so that's what we got there. I am going to give it a little bit of a smash. And you wanna make sure that you don't do like me and do it on an unfloured surface.
Wow.
Yeah. So you want to make sure that the surface is floured so that way you can easily pick up the cookies once you have them cut out. But this is for inspirational purposes. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna get the dough so it's about 1/4 of an inch thick.
1/4 of an inch. What?
Thick.
Thick. And if you're new here, our drinking word of the day is, and always is, thick. Cheers.
Ironically, thick comes up pretty often when you're cooking.
Right?
Okay, so I'm just gonna do one so you guys can see what it looks like. It's super, super simple. So you're gonna roll it all out. We're gonna pretend like this is 1/4 of an inch thick.
I actually think it is. Well, maybe this side.
Yeah, we'll go, we'll go on that side. All right, so what you're gonna need is you're gonna need 1.5 inch cookie cutter and a 1/2 inch cookie cutter.
Right.
Because some Samoas look like donuts, right? So you've got the cookie and then you got the hole in the middle. So, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. You do one, you get the other one in the center.
Boom.
I'm gonna use my lime knife because there's no flour there.
Look at you being all innovative.
Right? Woman on a mission. All right.
Thanks, troop leader.
So this is what your Samoas are going to look like before you put them in the oven. So what we're gonna do now is we are going to finish getting our cookie dough all rolled out, all stamped out, and we are going to bake them at 350 for about 10 minutes.
Okay, that's super quick, super easy.
Right?
Yeah.
It doesn't get any easier than that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pop this guy in the oven.
While you're doing that, once they come out of the oven, this is what they look like.
Can't go wrong with some TV magic.
Right? Look at that. Look at how beautiful, nice, crisp, this beautiful golden brown color.
Okay, so now the most important thing about when you let your cookies when you take your cookies out of the oven, let them cool on the tray for like 5 minutes.
Okay.
From there, put them on a cooling rack. If you put them on the cooling rack too soon, they're going to ooze into the cooling rack because they haven't firmed up enough.
Okay, we don't like things that ooze.
Right.
Well, maybe sometimes.
That's my word of the day. All right, so now this is the base of our Samoas. And I mean, the rest of it is gonna be super simple.
Perfect.
Okay, so now that I've done my work, it's your turn.
I was having so much fun watching you work.
Okay, so what you're gonna need is you're gonna need a large glass bowl.
Okay, I think we have one of those right here.
And then you're going to need 2 cups of toasted coconuts.
Oh, we also have that as well. Right
Okay,
here.
so my thing about toasted coconuts, I think it's super important for you to toast them yourselves. For this recipe. You don't necessarily need to toast the coconuts when you're making another recipe with them, but when so much of the flavor of the cookie comes from the toasted coconut, I like to do it myself. So I do buy the coconut shredded, and then I toast it myself in a naked frying pan. Literally nothing in it. You need a wooden spoon and a frying pan. I put in about 2 handfuls into the frying pan, and on a very high heat, I just keep on stirring it.
No oil, no anything, just coconut into the pan.
Well, no, because the coconuts, since it comes from a fruit, it does have a lot of moisture in it.
Oh, look at that.
So it will brown, and it does have sugar in it. So the second that you start to notice it turning brown, I just pull it off of the heat, continue to stir it. And then once I start to notice that the browning is slowing down, I put it back on the heat. And then I just keep going back and forth until I get my level of toastiness. The reason that I like doing that is because it brings out a lot of the natural flavors of the coconut. It brings out the coconut oil that's still in the fruit. But also you get different levels of toasted. So
I see the different the coloration of it all.
When you get a Samoa from the Girl Scouts.
I mean, this is more Oktoberfest. I miss Oktoberfest. That was fun,
know,
right?
that was so much fun.
Yes.
Oh my
I
God.
had my Troop 429 little Lederhosen. That's what it's called, right?
Yeah.
Beer maiden type outfit. I know y'all can see the 429. Ding.
But the Samoas are not evenly toasted, and when you buy them toasted, they're all very even because it's done in a machine. So the long and short of it is, you want multiple flavors from the coconut.
Okay.
It was really long-winded, but for this recipe, I think it's really important that you do toast the coconut yourself.
So now I get to dump this bowl in that bowl?
Exactly.
Got it.
She does that so well.
Oh, they just keep on coming. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there's
it's like a magic topping.
Okay.
All right, so into that, what you're gonna do is you're going to take 2 cups. I like to use, I'm gonna throw a brand name out there.
Oh boy.
I like Kraft Caramellos.
Okay, and we're not sponsored by Kraft.
Right.
If you want to be, please reach out to us.
Call me. But they're not natural. They're all artificial, but they melt very well and then they solidify very well.
Okay.
All right, so it's really important because that's what holds all of this together. So in the microwave, you're gonna put 2 cups of caramellos, a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of salt, and 2 tablespoons of heavy cream.
Right.
You're gonna microwave for a minute and then stir it. And then you're going to microwave for 30 seconds and stir, 30 seconds and stir, 30 seconds and stir, until it's completely melted. You want everything to be incorporated. And then you're gonna let it cool for about 5 minutes. That's why we did it off camera, because that would have taken forever.
Right.
So what you're gonna do is you're gonna pour the caramel on top of the coconut.
Okay.
But you're gonna make sure that you reserve just a little bit at the end, so that way we can drizzle it on top for that real Samoa look.
Ooh, okay.
Right?
Ooh, look at that. That's beautiful.
Here, let me steal this from you and I'll switch.
Make sure you save just a little bit.
That's perfect.
Okay.
Right? That's about a quarter of a cup.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
And just be very careful, because when you do heat up caramel, it is going to get very hot. So make sure you have a, what is it called?
Pot lid.
Yeah, you have this handy.
She's really green in the kitchen.
I am. I'm learning. I don't know everything, but I'm getting better.
So if you have seen an episode of Sip and Simmer, I do usually say when the recipes are kid-friendly and not kid-friendly. The cookie part of this recipe is absolutely kid-friendly.
Right.
This part is not, because it will absolutely burn your skin.
Right.
Don't touch the caramel.
I'm not going to.
Now she can stir.
I did think about sticking my finger in the honey, but I knew better. I knew better. Stir it.
All right, so now we're gonna fold this together.
All right. I do know how to fold, thanks to Schitt's Creek.
I mean, it's really easy. You just want to make sure that you coat all of the coconut. See, this is my favorite part of the episode, is when she's working and I can drink.
This is very sticky.
Yeah, that's why I did the easy part.
Yep.
Okay. So, now what we're going to do is we'll switch.
Oh, perfect.
Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to put a cup of chocolate in the microwave. You're going to turn it on for 30 seconds, stir it. 30 seconds, stir it. And the most important part of doing that is you want to temper the chocolate. You don't want it to seize.
Right. So you want it to look nice and shiny. I know some
Homegirl
things.
is paying attention. I am so proud of her.
Thank you.
Okay, so this is the assembly part, and this is why I say it's not kid-friendly, is because you're going to be touching all of this gooey, sticky, hot stuff, and it's better for the kids to eat than it is for them to play with.
Right.
Okay, so if you wouldn't mind, would you give a dip?
A dip.
A dip. And I will get another cookie rack for you to put them
Thank
down.
you so much.
This is a group effort.
Look at that. Ooh.
Okay. I want to eat this so bad I can't even tell you. Okay. Now, for this, you would think, oh, I'm scooping stuff, I'm going to use a spoon. don't use a spoon. Use a fork. When you use a spoon, there's too much surface area and all of the caramel sticks to the spoon. So get a fork, get about a tablespoon amount, and work it on your fingertips.
This is easier in my mind. Okay.
This part would be easier if you sprayed your hands with Pam first. But she was worried about the way she looks instead of thinking ahead. So we're just going to wing it.
Okay.
But I mean, that's really it. And I really like the topping, so I overdo it.
Really? You like topping? What's new for you?
All right. So I'm going to get a couple of these covered.
Okay. Just as fast as I can dip them. Oh, wow.
Okay. So I'm going to try this again.
Comment down below if at the end of the episode you just want Anita to just shove her whole hand in her mouth and clean them that way.
And I forgot to say it in the beginning because we do get pestered because we are cooking live.
Yes.
We washed our hands before the episode.
We always do.
So there's no need to worry about that.
Jasmine Rice LaBeija. Hi.
And also, since we're on topic of being careful and whatnot, I would like to stress the fact that we are following all of the COVID safety precautions.
We are.
We are not just hanging out. We live together.
Unfortunately. Just kidding. I love her.
Can you do me a favor?
Sure.
Can
Depends
you
on what it
Pam
is.
over there?
Of course.
Because this is nearly impossible without it. Okay, perfect. All right. So when doing the caramel, make sure you spray your hands with Pam first.
Oh, pro tip.
Okay. Don't use butter or grease because it will make the caramel part fall apart.
Okay.
It won't.
So don't use your favorite Crisco.
Right.
Okay.
Now I want fried chicken. I fry my chicken in Crisco.
That's true.
All right. So I'm just gonna get 3 of these done. This is so annoying, but it's worth the payoff.
You chose that job.
I know.
Thank you.
All right. So
My nails, thank you.
just going to do a quick rinse.
Mm-hmm. Oh, come on.
Okay.
Okay, good enough.
So now at this point, what we're going to do is we're going to take the leftover chocolate and we're going to take the leftover caramel. Grab a fork, and with the tines of the fork.
The what?
Tines.
The prongs.
Tines.
Prongs.
I'm pretty sure they're called tines.
I'm pretty sure they're called prongs.
We'll agree to disagree and we'll just call them tines.
Okay. No.
Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're just gonna get a little bit and you're just gonna drizzle it over the top of the cookies.
Nice and pretty light.
Exactly, you're gonna zigzag it.
Okay.
Right?
I'm doing that with the caramel too?
And then you follow behind, but you cross hatch it. So I did my chocolate this way, so you do your caramel that way.
Okay. This is very thick. Doesn't wanna.
I get that a lot. Usually it's about my ass though.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you know. Alright, let me at least get the 3rd one done. Alright.
I gotta cross hatch it. Learning new words every day.
Alright, that's good.
Well, no, wait.
Alright. And when you are doing this at home, you will not be doing it in such close quarters where you have to worry about hitting each other, but hitting into each other.
I was gonna say.
Not a fist fight.
Right, because we all know who would win.
Me.
Girl, no.
I'm built like a brick.
I'm scrappy.
House.
I'm scrappy though.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Okay.
I will pull an earring.
Ooh, and mine are really pierced. That's what I forgot. See, now while those troopers out there are paying attention, and you always forget something, today, it was my earrings.
Oh.
Okay.
You don't need them. You look beautiful enough.
Thank you so much.
For once.
Alright.
Kidding. I love her.
Alright, now before we go, would you mind just grabbing me a plate? Because you know how I am. I want to plate
You want to
everything.
plate everything.
I know. So I do want to say thank you to everybody for paying attention. I want to give a really big shout out to Troop 429. This was amazing to do for you guys. We miss you so much.
So much.
We are really excited to reopen whenever that may be.
And when we do, you'll see us there.
And also make sure that you like and share this video for your opportunity.
This feels like a very fancy plate at a restaurant. Just 3 on a huge plate.
Right, and that would cost $89.
Wait, get the chocolate sauce and do the little thing.
Wait. Yeah, I got a spoon.
Okay.
I don't know how to do this, so it's about to look really bad. It's gonna look like poop.
It's not. You don't do it on the side of the bowl.
Wait.
No.
And then I'll do the caramel into it.
No. Why in the middle of the plate? Oh, God. It was going so well.
No, and then you do like this. See?
In what world?
I'm a Michelin star drag queen.
Are you?
No.
Clearly.
Oh God, that caramel's really good. All right.
I'm sure the cookies are great. Ignore her plating.
No, it's fancy.
Girl, no.
That's Michelin plating right there, ladies and gentlemen. It's at a bad Michelin restaurant, but it's Michelin.
Yeah, so negative stars.
I look like the Michelin man. This is my Michelin plating.
I hate you.
All right. Thank you again for taking the time to do this with me. I really love that you do this with me every night.
No problem. I love learning and cooking, and I get first dibs on all the food that we make, so that's why I do this.
Okay, so you can always catch Sip and Simmer every night, 8 p.m., except for Fridays because...
Drag Race.
Duh. So all of our social media is posted below. I am Mrs. Anita Manager on all social media.
And I am Sienna Rose, which you can find at Sienna Rose Official on all social media, including the Venmo. Ding!
Don't forget to like and share the video, like Troop, and comment on all of their stuff because they're amazing. And we will see you all soon.
Yes. Mwah.
All right, let's
bye,
try
guys.
this.
I'm
so excited.
So sorry to ruin your perfect plating here,
I know,
but these look
I'm
delicious.
telling you, I'm waiting for my Michelin star to come in the mail.
It's lost in the mail, girl.